Hey Lars, how you doing?
Good, how are you? Good to see you.
Good. Good to see you too. It's been a long time, huh?
Yeah, when did I last see you? Just 2005? Or was it last 2006?
No, 2005, I think.
Wow.
Well, that's a couple of years ago. Time passes so quickly.
I know. That's weird.
Yeah, well, what have you been up to?
I'm working on a new CD
Mm-hmm.
and been writing lyrics and recording a lot of music. And I just moved to LA from New York.
Yeah?
And I've been doing some music videos and keeping my podcast going.
Oh, you have a podcast? I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, it's like a monthly thing I do on iTunes. That's like video, and then I do sound one, like where I play bands I like.
Yeah.
So I do it when I have time, and it's really fun.
Like, what does music mean to you?
Oh well, I think music to me is the expression of our true self. You know?
Yeah?
Like if you're feeling happy, or if you're feeling sad, or if you're feeling frustrated, you can use music to really express that. And I think it's a language that people can relate to because we all have this. We all have a lot in common. To listen to music is to feel connected, you know,
Yeah.
and to feel happy, even if you're not happy.
Like, it's really an emotional experience, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the idea that we all have similar emotions, you know,
Yeah.
and that's cool. Like music is a way of connecting people.
Yeah.
That's why I really love it.
But, what's your view on people in general? Like, are they very different? Or, like, do you see differences between Europe and America, or even parts in America? Like, what's your view on people?
I think we're all kind of similar, but the cultures we come up from help define how we see the world, you know. But
Yeah.
like I noticed in England, maybe people are more honest. We were talking about this, or in Europe, there's more honesty. And in America, there's like we're talking about a facade of having to try to be happy all the time.
Yeah.
And that's just different cultures. But really, when you get to know someone, like getting to know you from Belgium or getting to know people from England, you see that we're all pretty similar.
Yeah. Why do they have this facade? Is it for protection, or? I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out. Why people feel the need to put on a facade?
Yeah, I think it's for protection, you know. It's so people won't have their views of the world challenged a lot of the time.
So they don't have to think about it, or?
Yeah, they like to just be like, you know, when you have an airplane and you could put it autopilot, so you don't have to fly it. It's like people, I think, operate on autopilot,
Oh.
and they just want to buy things and try to fit into a stereotype that they like, you know, be like a rocker or like skater or whatever, and that makes it easier for them to function.
I agree that it might make it easier, but do you think that they have a life that is as full as the people who are challenging everything?
Probably not.
Yeah, that was the answer that I expected, actually. No,
Yeah.
it's like I wonder a lot because I've been looking at TV here in my hotel room, and the things you see, like I saw on the news, I saw Britney Spears, and it was like on the whole time. But I was saying to myself, like, why don't they just leave her alone? Like, what's your view on that?
I think when celebrities who were once really famous start to have problems,
Yeah.
that people enjoy seeing these beautiful people in pain, you know,
Well,
because it's like entertainment, because people can laugh at like Britney Spears shaving her head for charity or like partying, or
Yeah.
like Lindsay Lohan. You know, it's sad. It's like we're so quick to make people superstars, but so quick to like tear them down. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's just the pop culture market is like that.
Why? I mean, it's not really nice, no?
It's just there's so much. I think the media reflects a lot of the bad side of human nature. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of the meanness,
Yeah.
and people pay for it, and the money just keeps it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of some of the stuff I try to address with music. Like I wrote a song about Lindsay Lohan that might be on the new album,
Yeah.
and about how she's paid the price for her lifestyle, you know, but how people are really mean to her too, and the idea that young girls try to look up to Lindsay Lohan and Britney Spears, what they shouldn't. They're not good role models. How's it been being in LA?
Interesting, because like I must admit, like I mean I have a lot of American friends, so I love Americans, but I had problem with this facade thing that we were talking about, and especially in LA, because I heard so many people saying, oh, in LA it's all fake and stuff, but I discovered that it wasn't the case. Like I got to know two wonderful people, two new friends of mine at Warner Brothers, at the music department, and they showed me around and stuff, and I got to see that these people are so passionate about their job, and I got to meet so many other people who really are real people who don't care about which car they drive or what kind of clothes they wear or whatever. I mean, they're just real and passionate, and so that has been the most wonderful thing about my trip.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you met some cool people
Yeah.
amongst all the craziness.
Yeah, but I knew that you were real too, so I mean I know
Cool.
you from before, and well, you seem real. I hope it's not an act.
No, I'm real. I keep it real.
Yeah, I think you do.
Like you.
Well, I try.
That's cool.
Well, like I wanted to ask you, on your MySpace, you have well, you seem to be supporting Obama for the elections. So what's that all about?
I think he's a really good candidate because he's unlike George Bush. He lived part of his life in the Philippines, and he's like an international. He has an international perspective. He has a lot of experience. He's good on his platform. Has a good perspective, and I think he's a good move for the United States. We really need a president who's hopeful and also educated and worldly and charismatic. And I like the idea that it would be the first African American president.
Yeah.
So I'm really strong supporter of Obama, and it's people have a lot of different opinions, but I hope that he wins.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
a really cool guy.
What do you think that a president, like, what are the most important qualities in a president?
I think a president needs to realize that America is not the only country in the world, and I don't think our current president does.
Yeah.
And a president needs to have a good idea of how to balance the needs of people with the needs of the environment.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how gas is so expensive, especially in your country.
Yeah.
And a president needs to help make the transition into reliance on public transportation and alternative fuel sources.
Yeah.
And I think those are important things.
So international politics, environment, and society.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
That's important.
have you ever thought of running for president? I mean,
maybe when I was younger.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool. I think it's something where it's a lot of responsibility,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I'd be ready for that responsibility. But I think politics are interesting to me.
Yeah.
But also we're talking about facades. There's a world where you really have to put on a front, and put on a fake personality just to get people to know about you,
Like in the media, like all the election things and stuff.
And have all your campaign people like working on your image, and
Yeah.
that might be kind of disheartening. And it's hard to tell, and then you don't know if these people if they are who they are, or if they are who they're portrayed as.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
true. Yeah, again, you have the image side of it, and you don't know what's real anymore.
I know.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Thank goodness for Tasted TV, keeping it real.
Well, thank you.
That's
Well,
cool.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about, or that you want to say to the people out there?
Just that to keep supporting independent music, and I have a new album coming out hopefully in June, and to look for it. It's called This Gigantic Robot Kills.
Oh, that's an interesting title. Okay, now of course I need to ask, why did you name it?
I knew this musician named Wesley Willis. Have you heard of him?
No.
He in the '90s. He was a Chicago street performer,
Yeah.
and he got kind of famous. Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins helped him get famous,
Yeah.
and he was kind of crazy. And I met him a few times, and we were friends. And he was gonna name one of his albums that, and then he died, unfortunately, like 5 years ago. So it's like a tribute to him.
Yeah.
It's like the album name that he never used, and so I thought it was a good name.
Awesome. Cool.
So it was cool.
Well, Lars, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything, and hopefully we'll see you soon in the UK.
Cool.